guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you guys are enjoying your summer. Hope you guys are all relaxed. I just hope that you guys are surviving. I mean, in the UK, I think some of the lockdown measures are starting to get eased, which I think is helping a lot of people's morale and boosting a lot of morale and general feelings. Wait, I need to move myself. Boosting morale and general feelings in the UK.
Yeah.
This video has probably been the video since the start of lockdown, which I've been wanting to film so much, but I just haven't had the chance, or like something's happened. And even now, like, this isn't the best setup. I'm sorry, like, if my t-shirt's a bit reflective, you may not be able to see the Warwick, but I am representing the Warwick merch. I apologize, but this is the best setup I think I'm going to get for this video, and I'm just going to go with it because I know that, like, the next time I say nah, like, leave this video, it's just not going to get filmed, and I just really want to film this video. I'm also under a bit of time pressure as well, so I have to get this video down like quite quickly. So if there's things I miss out, just leave a question like down in the comments below and I'll make sure I answer those. Today I'm filming my first year review of Warwick University. I feel like a lot of you guys want to see this type of video because you guys really like the Warwick content, and I've seen a few other YouTubers do it. Again, I was planning to do this like from the get-go lockdown, but I just never got around to doing it. So I'm going to be doing this video today, but before we get into the video, I just want to say a big thank you to you guys, because I set you guys all a challenge on my Instagram at io.vlogs, if you don't know my Instagram, which you should. And my challenge was to get me to 200 subs. 200 subs is just like a personal goal of mine, and has always just been a personal number which I just magically conjured in my head. But I set you guys that challenge and we got there really quickly. So yeah, we're on 200 subs now. Can't believe that would happen, but you guys would be bored of me already. It's nice to know that you guys actually want to still watch my content, and I just want to say a big thank you for all of the support. And following from that, I also want to say that if you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, because obviously 200 was just one of my goals, but we just have to keep on going up and up and up on this channel. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Down, I always get this so wrong, so I may have to flip it, but I think it's going to be down there.
Always get it wrong.
There, I think it's down there. So without any further ado, let's get into my first year review of Warwick University. So I thought I'd start, guys, with academics, because at least the main reason that you tell to your parents is that you're going to university to get a degree, and that's the kind of main aim. I'm trying to do Warwick a service by wearing the Warwick Accommodation jumper. No, go watch my Warwick Accommodation video if you haven't watched that though. The Warwick University jumper, because it is literally like 23 degrees outside. The main reason you tell your parents or tell everyone else, or at least I guess the main reason you probably do go to university, is to get a degree. So if you don't know, I study English literature at the University of Warwick. I really enjoy it. I think that my experience was, on the whole, very positive. To give you a quick summary, I do 4 modules. I think most people in Warwick, whatever course you do, tend to do 4 modules, other than like Warwick Business School and maybe some science courses. But yeah, I do 4 modules. My first module is called Modes of Reading, or the first module I did is called Modes of Reading. I do a module called Medieval to Renaissance English Literature. I do a module called Epic into Novel, and I do a final 4th module which should have been Modern World Literature if I stuck with the traditional like first year pathway. But we had the option to actually switch to doing a language if we didn't want to do the final module. So instead of doing Modern World Literature, I ended up doing Spanish, which I greatly enjoyed because I was really good at Spanish in school. It was probably one of my better subjects, and I feel like learning languages is just such a useful skill, especially because the world is just getting increasingly more globalized. The teaching's divided into lectures and seminars. The teaching's divided into lectures and seminars. Lectures are just like one lecturer standing at the bottom of the hall in like a lecture hall, and like we have like up to like 100 people in our course, but we have more students as well because loads of different people do like lit and English literature and film, English literature and theatre, English literature and history, and all sorts, English literature and French, different stuff. And then we have a lecturer telling us information and we just like write down things. It's not as interactive as the seminars. And seminars are more like classes in school where there's almost like a seminar tutor who's almost similar to a teacher, but they're facilitating conversation and discourse amongst us as literature students and scholars. So we basically get set sometimes some reading. In fact, not sometimes, we always get set reading before to do in preparation for the seminar, and then we discuss our readings, our ideas alongside the reading. And I really enjoy seminars because I feel that seminars, firstly, they're more interactive, so you get a chance to speak to not just the seminar tutor if you have any questions, but also your fellow like students. And then also I think seminars are really good because kind of discursive method to learning, you end up thinking of things which you didn't think about yourself, and like just sharing ideas as a whole I think is really beneficial. On the whole with the teaching, I was quite happy with that. Things I probably was not as happy with during my first year for my academics would probably be strikes.
And coronavirus. I can't believe we just completely forgot about that, but more on that later.
Things I wasn't really happy with was probably the strikes. We had quite a few strikes to say the least, and sometimes I feel that it, for certain modules, it did kind of impede your like learning because it also affected your assessments. So when you did your assessments, sometimes you didn't always feel like you always could do the assessment, or the options you had to do the assessment were sometimes limited because of the strikes that had been put in place.
So here I am again, editing me, back again. Yeah, I'm just gonna chat about coronavirus for a bit. So coronavirus, how was it like to do term 3 in the comfort of my home? Absolutely boring. It was terrible, guys. It wasn't terrible. Yeah, it was. You want to do what you want to do in university, and like you can't use the libraries because there's not a library. You have to do everything online. The only advantage I feel about doing term 3 online was that because it was basically just work, I could be really focused, and I think that's what helped my grade this year as well. But the academic side of things didn't really change too much for English because English is quite an independent study subject, but I feel like the social and everything else, like it was really sad and like, I missed it a lot. And I think the fact that it was such a sad environment in the world alongside like me missing a massive chunk of my first year experience in university, and everyone says that term 3 is meant to be the best term at Warwick University, it really did hurt me physically as well as mentally. But yeah, overall it wasn't the best experience, but we got through it.
Also for humanities, this is I think purely a humanities thing. The humanities building isn't always the nicest building to go into. I know a lot of my friends studied differing subjects to me, and they found that the rooms that they were in to do their learning were so much nicer than the rooms that English students tended to get. But that's just a small gripe, you know, it's not a big deal. And then yeah, one really good thing about Warwick was that I feel that there was support 24/7, even if you didn't always have your contact hours. So typically in a week I had up to 9 contact hours, like 8 or 9 contact hours a week. I could always ask questions via email or through office hours, which I would recommend, guys. If you go to universities, office hours are so important, and especially because I feel sometimes the assessments don't always match up to the learning all the time. I feel like sometimes an office hour can really help to just clarify what you need to do for your essays and make sure you're getting the top grades and the grades that you deserve if you're working hard. And we had a really good library as well. Like, there is only one library, so it does get quite full, but the resources in the library are very good. I feel that most of the books I needed were in the library, and you can always find resources online as well. So yeah, overall I was pretty satisfied with my learning and education at the University of Warwick, and I'm really excited to continue studying next year. So moving on to the arguably more fun side of university, the social life at Warwick University. So I think I have to start with a bit around freshers. So freshers is freshers is an experience. Freshers is interesting for 2 reasons. I think freshers is interesting because basically like living a completely brand new life alongside people you've literally never met, which I don't think you'll ever really experience again in life after like university. And it's also interesting just because I feel Warwick has quite a unique freshers experience because it's a campus university, and I think a lot of the events are held in the SU. I've already said this in a previous video, freshers is okay, but it's not going to be the best week of your life. I'll just see that as an introduction to the university. There were some really good events that were run by societies and sports clubs, which were quite good to attend, so I really did enjoy doing that, and I think I met a few people through that. Yeah, freshers week is just a time to really get used to your flatmates, I think, and that's what I did. But yeah, the social life in Warwick. So if you remember my first term review, I was kind of like 50-50 about it. I'll say on the whole, it's actually decent. I'm not going to say it's amazing, I think that's a stretch, but I think it's better than people expect it to be. Firstly, the university is a very friendly university. I think for the first month I was in the university, I was really kind of creeped out because everyone just seemed to be like really nice. So I was just walking around, like if you're lost, and like you can always like kind of ask people, trying to find something which is a bit like odd about the campus, but like I'll say for the first month it's almost like a little holiday honeymoon period where everything's just so clean and pristine. Bars. I think eventually like things start to like, you start to see the real Warwick, but I think it's generally quite a friendly university. So I got on really well with my kitchen that I was in. I also got on well with the kitchen that was across me. I got on well with a couple of the kitchens in Roots as well. And I think just generally, just from joining societies and just being as involved as possible, I managed to meet so many different people from such a diverse number of backgrounds. So again, it was really nice to just, and refreshing to just see people who weren't just from the area that I live in. I was really grateful for the accommodation that I was in. If you don't know the accommodation I was in, like, where have you been? Have you been watching this channel? You obviously need to watch my Warwick accommodation video. To be honest, you just need to watch my whole channel if you don't know what accommodation I'm in. I was in Jack Martin, which was really, I don't even need to say more about Jack Martin, you know I love it. But yeah, really nice people there. I was just so fortunate that everyone I met this year was really nice, and I felt like I got on quite well with. In terms of the nightlife scene at Warwick, I think a lot of people are always really intrigued as to like what we do, especially being a campus university. I think I'll just run through like the week timetable. So guys, a typical week in Warwick consists of, you know, a Monday night Casbah, Tuesday smack, Wednesday pop, Thursday smack, Friday neon or Casbah, Saturday Casbah again, or maybe like an event, and then Sunday, a day of rest. But then again, some people are really tapped out here and they want to do Kelsey's. You know who you are, So yeah, Kelsey's on a Sunday sometimes. That's not me, but you know who you are. So yeah, like I'd say those are that's the week timetable, and just going through them in terms of like the ones which are the most intriguing ones. We have pop, which is what it says on the tin. It's just basically an event where there's loads of pop music on a Wednesday night. It happens every Wednesday. The playlist is the same. Just to list a few songs, probably like Breaking Free, the Baywatch theme comes up a lot, some other tunes. It's really not my music, to be honest, but I know a lot of people like kind of cheesy pop tunes, so it kind of works from that perspective. Before pop, you tend to do this thing called circling, which is an experience in itself. I'm not going to talk too much about circling because I feel like you just need to experience it and, you know, live the fun for yourself. But circling basically consists of being in a circle with your club or society that you are in, or maybe a club or society which you just chose to circle with during that day, and then you drink these drinks called purple, and like you play like these drinking games in these circles, hence the name circling. So it's okay. Put it this way, I prefer circling a lot more than I like pop. Pop's just not for me. But yeah, you have the Wednesday pop. Another interesting one is smack. Again, if you've seen some of my videos, you know I'm not the biggest fan of smack. The music's good in smack, or at least for me it's good. It's like a lot of just like kind of contemporary urban music, a lot of UK, a lot of US rap, a lot of contemporary music. So yeah, if you're like on the UK urban scene, the music's good, but the atmosphere / certain people in smack aren't always the one. But yeah, Neon Friday's good. That's kind of probably my favorite. Pop is on the Warwick campus. It's in the Warwick SU, called the Copper Rooms, where like any SU event happens really. And then like they circle, like I think just outside or near the Copper Rooms. Smack is in Leamington. I forgot to say those things. Where was I now? Neon's in Leamington as well. Neon's probably the best club I'd say in Warwick. Good music, good vibe, good atmosphere. Yeah, just all around probably decent club. Monday is Casbah in Coventry. So you'll probably meet some Cov students if you go to Coventry, either on the Monday or the Friday for Casbah. And yeah, Casbah's, if people think it's really good, it's okay. I can deal with it, but it's not ideal. It works. A lot of old school music upstairs, and then downstairs just like a lot of EDM stuff, pop music, just general tunes. I'd say those are the main clubs that Warwick students tend to go to. And then if you want to like feel a bit more adventurous, you could probably go to like Empire or Catch 22, but those are more for like Coventry University students. Warwick students don't tend to really go there. You can go to Birmingham, which I've done once, which was okay. Probably a few more options in terms of clubs. And then we also have Kelsey's in Leamington, like a Spoons in Leamington, and they're like more bar clubs, but then still quite good for a chill vibe. And I think you can sometimes do, I've literally done it, so I don't know why I'm saying I think you can do it, but you can circle in Kelsey's as well. So instead of circling for pop at the SU, you can also circle at Kelsey's. Wow, that took way too long. Warwick all in all does have a bit of a social nightlife scene. Obviously, if you don't go out, there's no pressure to go out. There were times where me and my flat just chilled. So I'd say like the main kind of social stuff you can kind of do as a flat is probably just like watching films sometimes, or just like even just playing games. But yeah, me and my flat sometimes just chilled in the kitchen. Sometimes you can go to like, I used to go to like Dirty Duck sometimes, which is a pub, but like it's a restaurant as well, so we just used to eat and chill. And then obviously joining as many clubs and societies, there are like sometimes sober socials you can do if you're not into drinking. Like just, I say my main advice if you want to just have the social aspect to university, which I think is important, especially when the courses get intense, is number one, join clubs and societies. Number two, like try to speak to your flatmates, which I know isn't always the easiest thing to do, but definitely mingle with your flatmates. And if you're in accommodation where you have an open plan kind of like open plan floor, talk to the kitchen across you and any other kitchens. And then number three, I would say, is just have fun and relax and just be yourself. And naturally, I think you'll find that you're with people who are similar to you and that you get on with. So accommodation, I'm not going to go into depth with this because I've literally spent a whole video talking about accommodation. But yeah, Jack Martin was really good. That's the accommodation I was in. It was an ensuite accommodation and would definitely recommend. So food and restaurants on campus. This is the one thing which I think was kind of lacking for me in Warwick. Coming from an area where there are quite a few options, which I don't take them for granted anymore. Warwick University sometimes felt a bit limited for food options. So firstly, I think the whole university is self-catered. So you have to basically learn to like either cook for yourself or just order takeaways every night, which will get way too expensive. But if you have that money, then by all means do that. I don't think it's exactly the most healthy thing to do. I just don't do that. Everyone basically cooks in Warwick. So we have a Tesco's, an Aldi, and Roots grocery store, which are kind of near the campus area, or like Roots grocery stores actually on campus. And then when you live either in Coventry or Leamington, you probably have a few more supermarket options there. But yeah, I think it was okay. Like, I think I got into the rhythm, but like I did once have to do like a 2 a.m. food shop, which to be honest was frankly more embarrassing from my standpoint because I just wasn't organized enough. But yeah, like you have to sometimes just learn that you need to keep your fridge constantly stocked up. And also as well, guys, like biggest tip, always have food for the Sunday. Like I think I've learnt this the hard way like once before, but somehow I think I just did my weekly shop in a time where like all my food had run out for Sunday. And then like I was like, it was Sunday and like there was literally nothing open other than like Uber Eats, and I was like, I don't really want a takeaway, but like, I'm starving, so I just ordered a takeaway. So yeah, quick solution to a very bad problem, but always make sure you have food on this Sunday prevent you from doing stupid stuff. In terms of eating like out, like if you want to eat out, you can always go to Leamington or Coventry. So I think the times that I visited those towns with my friends, we'd always eat out there. And then also you can order. So we have, well, I'm not sure if it's Just Eat or Delivery or Uber Eats. One of them doesn't service the place, but I'm pretty sure we have a Just Eat. And then like we'd order this from this really good chicken shop place called Goodies. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's still about, but yeah, Goodies chicken, banged. Just if you're looking for food options, it's basically just cooking and then like ordering things on like phone apps, food apps, Uber Eats, Delivery. We also have a Pret on campus as well, guys, so that's quite good if you just want a coffee, and yeah, like kind of a chill sandwich and stuff. So there's always the option to have that. And then Dirty Duck, like the Dirty Duck was probably my place. The Dirty Duck would see me. It would see me always like on a Saturday afternoon or like a Sunday afternoon, depending if I went out on a Friday or Saturday. It would always have like the nicest burger for me to just munch, and Dirty Duck would definitely recommend on campus. There's another place called Fusion as well. But yeah, try it and you'll see if you enjoy that. Warwick has quite a few options, not the most, but has a few options for food and restaurants, so don't be nervous about that. Like, we obviously have to eat, otherwise we wouldn't be able to like live. So yeah, jobs. So for some people, you may have to get a job in university. Perhaps you're facing financial difficulties at home and you need a job, or you just want to have a bit of extra money in your pocket. My biggest tip for you guys, if you want to get a job on campus, would be to apply before university. One of my mates had a job on campus and they said that the biggest advantage for them getting the job was applying before university. So yeah, just literally apply before university, look on the Warwick website. I'm not sure if it's on like a separate website, and research and do your research, and you should be able to find a job. So yeah, I think this is like the last section of the book. I think this is the last section. I'm a literature student, I just ingrained here. I think this is the last section of the video, but I just wanted to talk about Warwick traditions, things I found like in Warwick, how I felt about it, just general kind of just random chats. So yeah, Warwick fashions. I think every university has something similar, but on Facebook, Warwick has a kind of confessions page where people just post random crap. Like, I don't even know what they post. It's a bit tapped. I always see it on my Facebook feed, and I think I may unfollow the page, but it's a bit odd. Don't really rate that of a university. Pop, circling, and purple, probably the most intriguing things about Warwick. Like, I found that really interesting coming into the university, but yeah, definitely something to try. I think there's also this conception of there being like a Warwick bubble, and for me, I felt that time was moving at such a weird pace. Like, time would move faster than I thought, but then the days will all kind of merge into one, and you don't know if it's like sometimes Monday, Tuesday sometimes, because, well, you soon find out quick enough if you realize you have a lecture. But I think you'll just realize when you're in a campus university like Warwick, time just feels a bit more slow. But I think that's basically everything. I know I've missed something out, I can literally feel it, but I just had to push to get this video filmed. I think all in all, I had a good year at Warwick, probably one of the best years of my life. Big claim to say it, I know, but yeah, I really enjoyed myself and would definitely recommend the university to anyone that was thinking of applying. That is the end of the video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully if you're coming to Warwick this year, you found this video useful, just to see my insights and to hear me just chat breeze for again another 20 minutes. I would definitely recommend for you guys to watch some of the other Warwick YouTubers who've given reviews on Warwick. Again, everyone has a unique and differing perspective on the university, so I think it would be really helpful for everyone to just kind of support each other and just like listen to everyone's kind of view on things. Lockdown has literally been a lockdown for me, and I don't have the opportunity to actually go out and do as many things, but I am hoping that I'll be able to switch up the content soon. Thank you guys for helping me reach 200 subs. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you guys all for watching. See you all next time. Bye.